Hey guys, MrPopZit here. Just a little disclaimer video to talk about the next video you're going to see. It's an extremely unique case, pretty rare. Out of the, a couple thousand surgeries I've done in 12 years, it's only happened 3 times that I open up the skin and find metastatic melanoma. So this was very unique. It's jet black. It looks like a lump of coal in there. This one was unique because it seemed like a cyst. There was no lesion on the skin, no original mole, which means usually it's metastatic. It's coming from somewhere else. He has a history 15 years ago of having melanoma, but has been totally clear since then. And I appreciate him letting us share his story because it's a unique one and one we can learn something from. The good thing about this case is that, we were seeing him before the holidays and he was going to come back in January for the surgery, but it just felt a little hard and I had a small opening somebody canceled. So I was like, you know what, let's do it right now today. And I'm glad that we did. Because we ended up finding that and getting everything set up for him very quickly to see oncology and get scans and everything that he needed to get within a week or 2. So that went well, and it's a unique case. Just wanted to share it with you. So thanks for popping by. Okay, guys, we have an epidermal inclusion cyst that just after a couple weeks of antibiotics, it was very inflamed, very tender, still very firm, 4 centimeters or so in there. So under a lot of pressure, we're going to get this out. These ones that are hard as a rock like that can become uncomfortable. You lean back on a hard chair and it can get inflamed again. So we're going to get that out today and do a simple excision here. Okay, guys, here we go. We have the cyst numbed up here. We're going to do a little elliptical cut. So we have a little small handle here to take this out. I do that also because generally there's a pore at the surface and it gets that as well. Well, this is a very firm one. We'll see if it's under pressure once we get down here. Commonly for males, the back skin is very thick too. What we've had lately is a bunch of inflamed cysts that once we get down there, they still have quite a bit of fluid. Become more of a small abscess, actually. And you should feel a little tugging and just kind of pressure, but let me know if any sting at all. A little bit. A lot of very fibrous adhesions around it there, which is normal. Yeah, there's some kind of dark cyst contents there. It looks like this cyst may have been there a while, very dark. You can see there, it's interesting. Sometimes, when I was saying what felt like a calcified cyst, these cysts will be in there a long time and harden up so much, there's no contents to come out. So that's what we're gonna see. This one's definitely a dry one here. This one's not gonna pop anything, so don't worry. Yeah, boy, that's very dry down in there, very hard. So there's nothing to squeeze out of there. And we're not gonna be able to shrink the sac here because it's so dry. I may have to make it a little bit wider here to get that out for him, but we'll see. Was this cyst there a long time? Yeah, did you say?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Okay. You just remember recently it got inflamed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably 2 months worth.
Okay.
I noticed it when I was leaning back against the chair out in
Yeah.
the backyard.
That's common. You got a rock in there. It feels like a rock. That's definitely how people notice these. That one is definitely attached pretty well with adhesions here. I'm trying to get all the adhesions by the skin, and we're going to go underneath with scissors then. These scissors are great, actually very sharp. A little pressure. Lots of adhesions and a little scar tissue there, it looks like. Yeah. A lot of people ask why I do a little skin flap there. You can see on this one especially, that's what I'm holding on to. And then get a vessel at the bottom we'll get in a sec. See the best angle to come at that. On this side here. It's got a nice adhesion here on the bottom. We're going to try and get under. You never had trauma here before?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Sometimes hematoma is like if you got hit here with a softball or something like that, you can get a hematoma that will kind of look dark like this and harden up to kind of a firm cyst sometimes. It's dark. This can also be old cyst contents as well. Definitely an interesting presentation. It doesn't look like your average cyst here, but you're special. No pain there at the bottom?
No, not really.
I can put a little more, just
I
tugging.
moving it around,
Yeah. It could just be an atypical looking calcified cyst, why it's so hard to cut through. You can get Denise if you need to. There we go. There we go. Now turn the corner. That's what I was trying to get. There was one big adhesion underneath that was holding on, didn't want to let go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like having a rock in your back. No wonder it was tender. For sure. You've never had a history of melanoma or anything like that, or?
I had, I think, a melanoma on my leg.
Okay. You had a melanoma how many years ago?
Can't give you a number.
It's been a while?
Yeah, been many years.
Okay. We'll dab in there. Anytime we get something, you know, kind of dark like this, we always send it out and see if it's pretty hard there. That's pretty hard. Can barely even cut it with a blade there, so. But anytime it's dark, it could be a hematoma. It could be, I have seen dark calcified cysts with a history of melanoma though. We always send out, anytime we get something dark like that in the skin, we're going to send that out for path. So you did great.
Will I be able to see this on the video?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Actually came out pretty nice too. I see a tiny little bit at the bottom. I'm just going to get that, but came out in one piece, which is good. Right here.
Yeah, don't leave anything there now.
Yeah, exactly, right? Now we're down here. Like a big ball. And one more little bit there. I'm glad we did that today. You know, we were going to wait a week or two. That's why I say, you know, I can squeeze people in. These don't take all that long. It's good to get them out. That's right. No sense in waiting. A little fascia right there. That's good. You can see here, when we pull that open, just some fat tissue and fascia. No real bleeders either. That's fascia over the muscle there. And we look around, there's a couple tiny little dark spots that are remnants I'm going to get out for him. Did have some what felt like scar tissue around it too. So I have seen hematomas look just like that, and they kind of solidify almost into a hard cyst. So no history of trauma though, but we're going to check that. Send it to path.
You know, when you say history of trauma, how many guys remember every little thing that happens?
Yeah, I know. This would be a pretty decent, like getting kicked by a donkey or something that was caused a deep bleed. Or softball is pretty common, actually. People take a hard softball, diving into second. It might have been a while since you've done that, but...
Yeah, since I was about 18.
Yeah, somebody gets a baseball or something like that. But it was definitely a good pocket down there. That's good. If it does come back, you know, as any type of melanoma or something like that, you're going to need another excision anyways. But visually, I get everything out I can. And it looks pretty clear. One more little spot. But I'll show you it once I get you closed up here. You can see the bump I took out.
Okay.
Right there.
What about showering and all that stuff?
Tomorrow morning's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of pack this up tight with some stitches. Do a little cautery here. No pain there?
Nothing like that.
Good. I'm kind of down at the bottom, so if you feel any tingles, you let me know. Got them nice and numb. That's good. That commonly happens in dermatology. You know, you're like, well, it feels like this, but... Feel that? No? Okay. We get in there and we're looking around, and sometimes they just look a little different than what they felt like. That's why we have pathologists.
I just hope he's not sleeping at the table.
That's right. And sweat, huh? Putting in our deep sutures here. Close the pocket for him. Might have you come on the other side. Just being right-handed, it's easier. Nice tissue version. That's what we're looking for with our deep subcuticular stitches. Yeah. Do 3 of them here. And you want to take it easy exercise-wise, you know, like biking, anything, just for the first week or so here. You have stitches. The lower back has a lot of elastin, so it stretches a lot, but there'll be tension. Even putting your shoes on, just want to go kind of slowly.
Do I look like I do a lot of biking?
You never know. You never know. More mountain climbing, right? That's good.
Not even close.
I'm going to do one more, and then we'll do a little running stitch for him. He's able to get it out through the smaller hole, so you have a little smaller scar than what the bump was, which is nice.
I look sexy in my bikini.
Exactly. When you're mountain biking in your bikini. I've seen people do it.
You're sick.
That's right. Pretty much. It was Venice Beach, so.
What do you expect?
I know. It happens. deep sutures, you see that. A good deep suture, you can't even pull it apart at all. It looks like you could just put glue on it, and that'll be good. That's what we do with our subcuticulars. We're going to do a running stitch in there. It's the lower back. He needs extra support. But if that was on the forehead, I'd just put some glue on there. Wouldn't even put stitches in. That's good. I like to make sure you're healing. That sometimes that extra week is good because this is a high tension area. So we don't want this, 3 weeks from now, you go to tie your shoes and it pops open a little. It's called wound dehiscence.
I was supposed to go put a light on the front of my daughter's house today, on the front door.
Yeah, that's okay. As long as you have slow movements, You're not doing things like swinging a golf club. Those are the ones that kind of get us. It's fast, quick movements. Just walking up a little ladder or just stretching a little, no big deal.
Okay.
Just that one. Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Need a little chainsaw, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's a long one, too. Yeah. Run up. Sometimes you go through your deep stitches. It felt like I did
Yeah,
right there.
I heard that.
I've had it cut them too. Because these needles kind of have a cutting edge. It'll cut your deep stitch, but that one looks okay. He had a little scar tissue around there too. Could have been that. Very nice. Good tissue eversion. Nice tight excision. So it takes about 2 weeks for our path turnaround. So when you do come in to get the stitches out, we should have it.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll get back to me quicker. If they do, I'll call you as soon as I get it. You will see it's pretty dark. It looks black. So with your history of, melanoma, they're going to do some tests for that just to make sure.
Absolutely.
I have seen patients, I've had 2 in 11 years where it was kind of just a small met on the torso from a leg melanoma, actually. And they ended up getting a scan, and it was the only one, and they were fine. But we always, we always have that in our thoughts process when we're ruling this out. That looks great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sutures. Nice running stitch. That's going to hold that together nice. You see, you can't move the cut site at all, so he's have a very thin scar there. So looking good. And I'm glad we did that today. It was kind of an add-on today, and we did that because it was pretty hard for him, so I wanted to do it. We took it out, and then it as an atypical presentation. Sometimes this happens in dermatology where you'll think it's one thing and you get in there, and that's what pathology is all about. So we're going to send that out, have them back quick, and keep them updated. Thanks for popping by. Hey guys, MrPopZit here. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and make sure to hit that notification bell so you get notified. I have a lot of new content coming and a lot of cool stuff coming in 2021. I can't wait to tell you guys about. In February, we'll be kind of releasing some news that should be fun. So make sure to hit that subscription button right there, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for popping by.